Hello and welcome back. Welcome to a new edition of Vaughan Inglés 4.0, to a new class, to a new opportunity to improve your English. For me, it's a new opportunity to teach. I love to teach. Se admite gerundio también aquí. I love teaching. I love teaching. I love to teach. Si lo dijera en el condicional, no. Me encantaría enseñar, sería I would love to teach. En el condicional se exige el infinitivo. Pero quitando eso, creo que valen los dos. I love to teach. I love teaching. I like, me gusta enseñar. I like to teach. I like teaching. Ahora, si digo enjoy, disfruto. I enjoy teaching. Disfruto enseñando. Siempre gerundio en inglés. I enjoy teaching. I love to teach. I love teaching. So for me, this new class today is another opportunity to ply my wares, to do my job, to do what I enjoy doing, to teach, to try to connect with you, to try to make an impact on you, to try to connect with you, to try to make an impact on you, to try to make an impression on you, to try to motivate you to make the necessary effort to learn English, because it's necessary to make an effort. If you don't make an effort, it's impossible to learn English or French or German or anything, in my opinion, well. So my job is motivational and technical as a teacher. And I enjoy both aspects. Perhaps I prefer the technical aspect more than the motivational aspect, because the technical aspect is very interesting. The motivational aspect depends on you to a certain degree, and on me to a certain degree. I can make an effort to motivate you, and I can motivate some of you, but other people I can't. Other people are practically impossible to motivate because they never get motivated about anything. So there's nothing I can do. But for those of you, para aquellos de vosotros, decimos en inglés, for those of you who are open to motivation, welcome to class number 146. Welcome to a new opportunity to continue improving. También se admite infinitivo aquí. Now is an opportunity to continue to improve, or to continue improving. And it's an opportunity for me to give another class, to earn some money because they pay me for every class, and to enjoy it. Camera number one. All right. Review. Every day, yesterday, every day I start a class. Yesterday I started a class. Every day I stop the class. And yesterday I stopped the class. Every day I start teaching at the same time. And every day I stop teaching at the same time. Yesterday I started officially. Yesterday I started teaching at 9:30. And I stopped teaching at 10:30. I started at 9:30 and I stopped. Como quieres que lo diga? Stopped. Podrías hasta apagar velas con esto. Stopped. Podría apagar con la P. Stop. Y con la T. Que por cierto no es una T, es una D escrito. Pero se pronuncia como una T. Paré. Detuve. Dejé de. Stopped. Every day I start, yesterday I stop. Every day I start, every day I stop. Yesterday I started, yesterday I stopped. I started at 9:30 and I stopped at 10:30. And then I started the intermediate program at 10:30 and I stopped at 11:30. And then for the advanced program I started teaching at 11:30 and I stopped teaching at 12:30. Recordad de ayer que en ambos casos estoy usando el gerundio. I started teaching at 10:30 and I stopped teaching at 11:30. Es correctísimo. En el caso del verbo to start, comenzar, también podría optar por el infinitivo. I started to teach. Pero con stop siempre es el gerundio, lo siento. I stopped teaching. Dejé de fumar. I stopped smoking. Dejé de verla. I stopped seeing her. Dejé de usar esa puerta. I stopped using that door. Dejé de usar esta camisa hace un mes. I stopped using or wearing this shirt a month ago. Dejé de señalar tanto a la cámara hace ya tiempo. I stopped pointing at the camera so much several months ago. I stopped teaching in companies many years ago. I stopped writing handwritten letters 15 years ago. I started using email. I stopped writing letters and I started sending emails. I stopped writing letters in about 1998 and I started writing emails. I stopped writing letters and I started writing emails. Okay? So, start and stop. Now, el you impersonal. ¿Se puede fumar aquí? Can you smoke here? ¿Puedes fumar aquí? Así lo decimos en inglés. También podría decir can I. ¿Puedo fumar aquí? Pero si dices se puede fumar, es más corriente en inglés decir can you. El you impersonal. Can you smoke here? At what age can you start drinking in Spain? When can you legally drink? When can you legally drink? ¿Cuándo se puede beber legalmente en España? Escuchad cómo lo digo en inglés. When can you legally drink? When can you legally drink in Spain? When can you legally smoke in Spain? When can you legally get married in Spain? When can you legally drive in Spain? Well, let's see. You can smoke in Spain when you're 18, I think. You can start drinking in Spain when you're 18 as well. You can start driving when you're 18 too. Wow, everything when you're 18. And get married? I don't know. When can you get married? How old? Is there a minimum age for getting married? Yeah, I know couples in the States who are 17 and they get married. I remember one girl who was 16 in my school. She got married when she was 16. Wow, okay. I wonder if she's still married now. I don't know. Okay, I'll be back in a few minutes to continue after our next teacher.
Hello there and welcome. Are you ready for a review? Because we're about to review your last class with the queen of reviewers, Esther.
Hello.
Are you ready? How are you?
Fine, thank you. And you?
Very well. Are you ready to review?
Yes, I am.
Are you ready to help them review?
Yes, I am ready to help them.
And you're ready to them?
Them.
And are you ready to help me?
Yes, I'm ready to help you.
Okay. And them?
I'm ready to help them.
Them. Okay, them. Very important. Okay. So the verb to start and the verb to stop. Okay, so let's start. Every day I start and every day I stop. And yesterday?
Yesterday I start.
I started.
I started. And yesterday I stopped.
Very good. And one more time.
Yesterday I started and I stopped.
And I stopped. Okay, so yesterday I started and yesterday I stopped. Ahora en casa. At the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Very good. Yesterday I started and yesterday I stopped. Every day she starts and every day she stops. And yesterday?
Yesterday she started and yesterday she stopped.
She stopped. Okay, and she stopped.
She stopped.
Very good. And with the S con S, muy importante. Every day she started. Oh, yeah, sorry. Yesterday she started. Yesterday she stopped. Did you start in January and stop in February?
Yes, I started on January.
In
In January and I stopped in February.
And one more time.
Yes, I started in January and I stopped in February.
Very good. So she started in January and she stopped in February. Okay? Does your car start every morning?
Yes, my car starts every morning.
Very good. My car starts every morning. And last week?
Last week, my car started every morning.
Very good. Okay. Does your sister stop at red traffic lights?
Yes, my sister stops at red traffic
Lights.
lights.
And last week?
Last week, my sister stopped at red traffic lights.
Very good. When did you stop growing? Esther is very tall. When did you stop growing?
I think I stopped growing at 25.
At 25?
Yes.
Okay. She stopped growing at 25. When did you start growing?
I started growing when I was born.
When she was born. Okay, so she started growing when she was born and she stopped when she was 25. So that's why she's very tall. When did you start learning English?
I started to
Very good.
learn English at 4.
At 4. And when did you stop?
I haven't stopped
Very
yet.
good. So she hasn't stopped. When did you start? When did you stop? Now, you have started learning English. Don't stop. This is important. Okay? Are you ready for more?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Now, the verb can. Things you can do, things you can't do. Can you drive fast in the city center?
No, I can't drive fast in the city center.
Very good. I can't drive fast in the city center. En el acento británico dicen I can't.
I can't.
For me,
Yes.
can't. I can't drive fast in the city center. Can you drink alcohol on the street in Spain?
Yes, we can drink alcohol in the streets in Spain.
Okay, that's why we like this. We like this. I can drink alcohol on the street in Spain. Can we drink alcohol on the street in Ireland?
No, you can't drink alcohol in the streets in Ireland.
Okay, that's why I'm here.
Yes.
Ask me if you can walk on the grass.
Can you walk on the grass?
Can you walk?
Can you walk on the grass?
Yes, sometimes you can walk on the grass, but sometimes it's not allowed.
Yeah.
Can you shout at your boss?
No, I can't shout at my boss.
Okay, or maybe you can, but it's a bad
Yes.
idea. Okay. Can you live without food for 4 days?
Yes, I can. I can live without food for 4 days.
Okay. Can you live without water for 1 month?
No, I can't live without water for 1 month.
Very good. I can't live without water for 1 month. Ahora en casa. Okay, now it's your turn. 1, 2, 3. Very good. I can't live without water for 1 month. Can we be friends?
Yes, we can be friends.
Can we be friends with them?
Yes, we can be friends with them.
Very good. Okay. Can we be friends with our enemies?
No, we can't be friends with our enemies.
Okay, so we can't be friends with our enemies. Can you speak Russian?
No, I can't.
Can you speak Spanish?
Yes, I can.
Can you speak English?
Yes, I can.
Okay, can you speak English? Yes, you can. Okay, like Obama. Yes, we can.
Yes,
No?
we can.
Okay. Can you fly like Superman?
No, I can't fly like Superman.
Okay, she can fly like Superman. Can you read my mind? Can you read my mind?
No, I can't read your mind.
Okay, ¿qué significa eso?
Leer tu mente.
Okay, so she can't read my mind. Maybe you can read my mind. Okay. Can you drive with your eyes closed?
No, I can drive with my eyes closed.
Okay. Now remember, like Obama says, yes, you can. If you practice, yes, you can. Okay. Every day, all the time. Thank you and goodbye.
Okay, welcome back. The past tense of to go is went. Qué fácil es. Fui, fuiste, fue, fuimos, fuiste, fueron. Iba, ibam, ibas, iba. Íbamos, ibais, iban. En inglés, went, went, went. Y no cambia. Bueno, sí vamos a cambiar nosotros. Let's change to camera 1. Okay. Every day I go, yesterday I went. I went, you went, he went, she went, we went, they went. All right? It went. Went no cambia, según la persona. When I came to Spain, I had to learn yo fui, tú fuiste. Él fue. Nosotros fuimos, vosotros fuisteis. Ellos fueron. Y luego el imperfecto. Iba. All right? It was very difficult. And in English, very easy. Went, 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 went. Okay? The difficult part, perhaps, is the negative. Didn't go. I didn't go, you didn't go, she didn't go, we didn't go, they didn't go, he didn't go, etc. Or the question, did I go, did you go, did she go, did they go, did we go, etc. But let's look at went. Okay, went. Many years ago, a long, long time ago, I can still remember, yes, a trip I took to Orient. Yes, I went. First, in 1970, when was it? In 1972. In December 1972. Yes, in December 1972, I went to Israel and back in December and in January. So part of 1972 and part of 1973. First, I went to Barcelona. First, I went to Barcelona. And then I went from Barcelona to Genoa by boat. And then I went from Genoa to Pisa. And then I went from Pisa to Florence. And then I went from Florence to Siena. And then I went from Siena to Assisi. And then I went from Assisi to Perugia. And then I went from Perugia to Rome. And then I went from Rome to Sorrento. And then I went from Sorrento to Naples. It's next to each other. And then I went from Naples to Brindisi on the Adriatic coast. And then I went from Brindisi to Igoumenitsa on the Greek coast, the Ionian Sea, El Jonico, the Ionian Sea. And then I went from Igoumenitsa to Ioannina in the mountains in Greece. And then I went from Ioannina to Meteora. And then I went from Meteora to Kalambaka. And then I went from Kalambaka to Delphi, or Delphos, como decís aquí, Delphi. And then I went from Delphi to Athens. And then I went from Athens to Mykonos, an island. And then I went from Mykonos to Delos, another island. And then I went from Delos to Athens again. And then I went from Athens to Tel Aviv, by plane. And then I went from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. And then I went from Jerusalem to Jericho. And then I went from Jericho to En-Gedi on the Black Sea, on the Dead Sea. And then I went from En-Gedi to Tiberias on the Sea of Galilee. And then I went from Tiberias to Haifa on the Mediterranean. And then I went from Haifa to Tel Aviv. And then I went from Tel Aviv to Istanbul by plane. And then I went from Istanbul to Sofia, the capital of Bulgaria. And then I went from Sofia to Belgrade, the capital of Yugoslavia at that time. And then I went from Belgrade to Milan. No, and then I went from Belgrade to Venice. Yeah. And then I went from Venice to Milan. And then I went from Milan to Genoa. And then I went from Genoa to Nice. And then I went from Nice to Marseille. And then I went from Marseille to Perpignan. And then I went from Perpignan to Barcelona. And then I went from Barcelona to Lérida. And then I went from Lerida to Zaragoza. And finally, I came to Madrid from Zaragoza. I went to a lot of places. First, I went to Barcelona, then I went to Genoa, then I went to Pisa, then I went to Florence, then I went to Siena, then I went to Assisi, and then I went to Perugia, and then I went to Rome, and then I went to Sorrento, and then I went to Naples, and then I went to Brindisi, and then I went to Igoumenitsu in Greece, and then I went to Ioannina, and then I went to Meteora, and then I went to Kalambaka, and then I went to Athens, and then I went to Mykonos, and then I went to Delos, and then I went back to Athens, and then I went to Tel Aviv, and then I went to Jerusalem, and then I went to Engedi and Masada, and then I went to Tiberias on the Sea of Galilee. He saltado Jericho. I went to Jericho too. And then I went to Haifa, and then I went to Tel Aviv, and then I went to Istanbul, and then I went to Belgrade, and then I went to, I went from Istanbul to Sofia, and then I went from Sofia to Belgrade, and then I went from Belgrade to Venice, and then I went to Milan, and then I went to Genoa again, and then I went to Nice, I'm forgetting, and then I went to Marseille, and then I went to Perpignan, and then I went to Barcelona, and then I went to Lerida, and then I went to Zaragoza, and finally I came back to Madrid. 45 days traveling a dedo in 1972 and 1973. An interesting trip. I went to many places. Dos cosas aquí. El pasado del to go es went. Y luego, y después es después. ¿Cuántas veces habré dicho hoy? And then, and then, and then. Okay. I'll see you in a few minutes after our sponsors to continue. Do you have any questions? Yes? Yes, Richard. When did you go, did you go to Genoa? Yes, I did. I went to Genoa twice during the trip. Did you go to Naples? Yes, I went to Naples. Did you go to Salerno? Yes, I went to Salerno, but I didn't stay in Salerno. I stayed in Sorrento, but I went to Salerno. Did you go to Bari? No, I didn't go to Bari. I went to Brindisi. Did you go to Metzoven? No, I didn't go to Metzoven, but I went to Ioannina, near Metzoven. Okay, but did you go to Olympus? No, I didn't go to Olympus, but I went to Delphi. And did you go to Santorini? No, I didn't go to Santorini, but I went to Mykonos. El verbo to go es de los verbos más importantes del idioma. Tener una destreza con dicho verbo ayuda muchísimo. See you in a few minutes.
Hello, I'm David Waddell, and it's time to look at one verb in the past. The verb is to go, and the past is went. And I'm here with Jaime. How are you today, Jaime?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm very, very well. Are you relaxed?
Yes, I think so.
Good, okay, so every day I go to the shop. Every day I go to the shop. Yesterday I went to the shop. Yesterday I went to the shop. So, repeat. Yesterday I went to the shop.
Yesterday I went to the shop.
Yesterday. Again?
Yesterday I went to the shop.
Very good, in casa. Yesterday I went to the shop. Repeat. Muy bien. Yesterday I went to the shop. Okay. Every day he goes to Gijón. Now in English diríamos Gijón, I suppose. Gijón. Gijón.
I don't know.
No sé tampoco. Okay, so every day he goes to Gijón. Yesterday
He went to Gijón.
Very good. Repeat. Yesterday he went to Gijón.
Yesterday he went to Gijón.
Again.
Yesterday he went to Gijón.
Good.
To Gijón.
Very good. Gijón. No sé, pero. Okay. So every day he goes to Gijón. So yesterday en casa. Good. Yesterday he went. He went to Gijón. Okay. Every day you go to the cinema.
Yes, I went to the cinema.
So yesterday you went. Yesterday
you went to the cinema.
Again, one more time.
Yes, yesterday you went to the cinema.
Good. Okay. So en casa, every day you go to the cinema. Yesterday you went to the cinema. Yesterday you went to the cinema. Okay. Every day they go to the pub. Every day they go to the pub. So yesterday.
Yesterday they went to the pub.
Okay. One more time.
Yesterday they went to the pub. Sorry.
Okay. One more time.
Yesterday they went to the pub.
They went to the pub.
To the pub.
Pub. We say pub, not poof or pov. Pub. Con un B fuerte. Pub. So yesterday they went to the pub. Repeat. En casa. Yesterday they went to the pub. They went to the pub. Went to the pub. They went to the pub. Not went to. Went to the pub. Repeat.
Yesterday they went to the pub.
They went to the pub. They went to the pub.
To the pub.
Pub. Muy bien, okay. Now I'm going to ask you some questions, okay? So did you go to the bank yesterday en casa? Di que sí? Good, okay. Did you go to the bank yesterday, Jaime?
Yesterday I went to the bank.
So yes. Yesterday I went to the bank.
Yes, yesterday I went to the bank.
Or I went to the bank yesterday.
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 Okay, one more time.
I went to the bank yesterday.
Okay, yesterday.
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 Yesterday. Okay, very good. Okay, in casa, one more time. Did you go to the bank yesterday? Di que sí? Yes, I went to the bank yesterday. Yes, I went to the bank yesterday. Next one. Did she go home early yesterday? Did she go home early yesterday? Di que sí?
Yes, yesterday she went to the...
En este caso no decimos to, it's went home.
Went
home. Or go,
She
to go
went
home.
home.
So,
Yesterday, yes, yesterday she went home.
yesterday
Early.
she went home early. Repeat.
Yesterday she went home early.
Again, yesterday.
Yesterday.
Again,
Yesterday.
she went home
She
early.
went home early.
Good. Home early.
Home early.
One more time.
Yesterday she went home early.
Ahora sin pausa. Yesterday she
Yes.
went home early.
Yesterday she went home early.
She went home early.
Yesterday she went home early.
Not home early. Home early. Yesterday she went home early. No. Yesterday she went home early.
Yesterday she went home early.
Very good. In casa. Did she go home early yesterday? Yes, she went home early yesterday. She went home early yesterday. I'm linking the words, yeah? Because that's how we speak. We speak linking words all the time. How, home early, for example. Home early. Home early. No, home early. Did she go home early? Yes, she went home early. Next one. Did he go to the doctor's yesterday? Did he go to the doctor's yesterday? Di que sí?
Yes, she went to the doctor yesterday.
Again, did he go to the doctor's yesterday?
Yes, yesterday he went to the doctor.
The doctors, we would say.
To the
Doctors,
doctors.
con apostrophe S, yeah? The
with
doctors.
to the
So
doctors.
yes, he went to the doctor's yesterday. Repeat.
Yes, he went to the doctor's yesterday.
Very good. Okay, en casa. Did he go to the doctor's yesterday? Di que sí? Yes, he went to the doctor's yesterday. Next one. Did she go to the party, Jaime? Did she go to the party?
Yes, he go to the sorry.
Okay, listen very carefully to the question. Listen con mucho cuidado. Did she go to the party yesterday?
Yes, she went to the party yesterday.
Yes, she went to the party yesterday. Otra vez.
Yes, she went to the.
Sí or she?
She.
Okay.
Yes, she went to the party yesterday.
Okay, otra vez.
Yes, she went to the party yesterday.
Otra vez.
Yes, she went to the party yesterday.
Okay. Respira bien. Yes, she went to the party yesterday. Venga.
Yes, she went to the party yesterday.
Perfecto. Okay, en casa. Did she go to the party yesterday? Di que sí? Yes, she went to the party yesterday. Another one. Did you go to the party too? Did you go to the party too? Di que sí?
Yes, I went to the party yesterday.
Did you go
Too.
Did you go to the party too?
Yes, I went to the party too.
Good. Repeat.
Yes, I went to the party too.
Very good. Okay, en casa. Did you go to the party too? Did you go to the party too? Di que sí? Yes, I went to the party too. I went to the party too. Next one. Did they go to the meeting? Did they go to the meeting, Jaime?
Yes, they went to the meeting yesterday.
Yes, they went to the meeting.
Yesterday.
Okay, repeat.
Yes, they went to the meeting yesterday.
Yes, they went to the meeting.
They went to the.
Day is dia.
They went.
I see.
They went to the meeting yesterday.
Okay, so did they go to the meeting one more time? Yes.
They went to the meeting yesterday.
Okay, now in casa, did they go to the meeting yesterday? Yes, they went to the meeting yesterday. Yes, they went to the meeting yesterday. Did you go to the meeting too, Jaime?
Yes, I went to the meeting too.
Good, repeat.
Yes, I went to the meeting too.
Very good, in casa. Did you go to the meeting too, DKC? Very good. That's all we have time for. Thank you very much and goodbye.
Okay, list number 51. This is easy, but it's very important. Tener agilidad y destreza con lo más fácil es lo más importante que hay para aprender un idioma. Okay, camera number 1. Estás bebiendo mucho, oye. You're drinking a lot. Are you calling me a drunk? No. I'm not calling you a drunk yet. But you're drinking a lot. Maybe not too much, but you're drinking a lot. ¿Por qué me estás mirando, eh? Why are you looking at me? Is there something on my nose? Is there something on my cheek? Is there something on my forehead? Is there something on my chin? Is there something above my lip? Why are you looking at me? Why are you looking at me? Estoy escuchando la radio. I'm listening to. I'm listening to. I'm listening to. I'm listening to. I'm listening to the radio. I'm listening to you. I'm listening to Maria. I'm listening to the music. I'm listening to the falling rain. Listen to the music of the falling rain. I'm listening to. Son primos hermanos. Listening to y siempre van juntos. Okay. Estoy escuchando la radio. En inglés estoy escuchando a la radio. I'm listening to the radio. Video kill the radio show. I'm listening to the radio. Oye, ¿qué estás leyendo? What are you reading? What are you reading? What are you? What are you reading? No recomiendo que digáis what are you, ni lo intentéis. Decir what are you. Pero los nativos os van a decir what are you. What are you reading? O bien what you reading? What you reading? What are you reading? What are you reading? Siempre lees cosas así. Do you always read things like that? Huh? Really? Do you always read things like that? Yes. You know, between you and me, I remember a manager, an important manager in an important company whose English was very, very good. And I said, Jose Ramon, how did you learn English so well? And he said, don't tell anybody, but reading erotic novels. I said, wow. And he showed me one. I said, wow, this novel is very hot. And he said, I have read more than 100 novels like that one. And his English was beautiful. He spoke English very well. So, todo es válido en este caso. El fin justifica los medios cuando se trata de aprender inglés. Okay? Anything is valid except killing people, maybe. All right? Especially don't kill the teacher, okay? But in any case, siempre lees cosas así. Do you always read? Do you always? Always se pone en medio, después de you y antes del verbo. Do you always read things like that? ¿Qué les estás diciendo? What are you telling them? What are you telling them? That's not true. I'm not planning to get a divorce. No, I'm not. What are you telling them? Come on. Don't propagate rumors that are not true. Él tiene un teléfono. He has a telephone. Yo creo que en castellano diría también él tiene teléfono. Yo no tengo teléfono. I don't have a telephone. He doesn't have a telephone, pero él sí tiene teléfono. He has a telephone. He has a car. He has a wife. He has a family. He has a job. He has a desk. He has a flat. Él tiene un teléfono. He has a telephone. Ella tiene dos hijos. She has two children. Children. Children se entiende. Está bien, pero es muy castellano. Children. Children. She has two kids. Otra forma, un poco más coloquial, pero tremendamente corriente. Kids. How many kids do you have? ¿Cuántos hijos tienes? Kids. Kids también significa niños, igual que children. Children significa niños. Había muchos niños en el patio de recreo. There were a lot of children in the playground, and I have two children. So children puede ser niños o hijos. Kids también. Okay. Ahora bien, cuando es singular, curiosamente, cuando hablamos de dónde está tu hijo, no decimos kid. Decimos child, or son, daughter, or little boy, little girl, si es pequeñito. Where's your little boy? Where's your child? Now, where's your kid? Kids siempre van a ser en plural. All right? Cuando es hijo. Cuando es un niño, ¿qué hace ese chavalín ahí? What's that kid doing? Kid. Eso sí. Pero cuando es hijo, no. En singular, no. En plural, sí. Okay, ella tiene dos hijos. She has two children. Children. Chul. Pull. De tirar. Chul. Tirar a los niños. Pull the children. No es chil. Es chul. Children. Okay? Él no tiene coche. He doesn't have. I don't have. He doesn't have. I don't have. He doesn't have. I don't have a car. Yo no tengo coche. Y él no tiene coche. I don't have a car. He doesn't have a car. I don't have a house. He doesn't have a house. I don't have a Canadian wife. And he doesn't have a Canadian wife. Ella no tiene dinero. She doesn't have any money. También podemos quitarle any. She doesn't have money. Pero solemos poner any. Es como decir ella no tiene nada de dinero. Es como añadir algo cualitativo en medio. No tiene nada de dinero. She doesn't have any money. She doesn't have any money. Money, 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 money. Rima con gracioso. Funny. Funny money. Lleváis toda la vida diciendo money. Y está mal dicho. Money. Honey, miel. Money, dinero. Funny, gracioso. Gracioso, dinero de miel. Funny, honey, money. La factura no tiene número. The bill doesn't have a number. The bill. O bien, the invoice. The invoice es una palabra ligeramente más técnica. Bill es lo que pides al camarero. Can you bring the bill, please? Or the check? The bill. The invoice. La factura no tiene número. En inglés no tiene un número. The invoice doesn't have a number. And finally, tengo muchos problemas. I have a lot of problems. And one problem is I have to go. But I'll be back in a few minutes.
Okie dokie, let's carry on. My name's Richard, the other Richard, of course, and we're going to carry on with translation list 51. Okay, with me is Almudena. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
I'm very well, not very well.
Very well.
Vale. Ahora lo acepto. I'm very well. La V inglesa. Very well.
Very well.
Eso es, very well. Good, I hope you're well at home too. Espero que estéis bien en casa también. Vamos a repasar primero 5 palabras. 5 palabras de vocabulario. Empezando con award. Ok, award se escribe pero se pronuncia award. Dilo tú.
Award.
Ahora en casa, award. Award, ok. Fijaros en mi boca, award. Award significa
Premio.
un premio. Good. To get an award, to receive an award, recibir un premio. La siguiente palabra, detail, dificilísimo.
Detalle.
Bien. Te lo tuviste que pensar, pero bien. Ok, the next one, event. An event.
Acontecimiento.
Acontecimiento, muy bien. Failure.
Fallo, fracaso.
Fracaso, muy bien. No se pronuncia failure, ¿ok? Failure, failure,
Failure.
failure, ¿ok? Failure. Bien. Y finalmente el vocablo skirt.
Falda.
Exactamente, ¿ok? Skirt. Muy bien. The first sentence from our translation list today is: estás bebiendo mucho, Almudena.
You are drinking too much.
Ok, too much es demasiado. Pues mucho. You're drinking
A lot.
A lot, vale. Haz otra vez con la contracción de you are.
You.
Bien pronunciada.
Your.
Mejor. Yo, no you. Yo.
Your.
Una sola sílaba, ¿ok? Yo.
Your. You're drinking a lot.
Muy bien. You're drinking a lot. The next one. ¿Por qué me estás mirando?
Why are you watching me?
No, watching me is... Y tampoco se dice para mirarles a las personas, ¿ok? To watch es cuando ves algo en movimiento. Por ejemplo, la imagen en tu televisor. To watch television, ¿ok?
Yes.
Si no, mirarle a alguien es to look at
Look at
someone, ¿ok? Entonces, ¿por qué me estás mirando?
Why are you looking at me?
Good. Ahora un poco más rápido.
Why are you looking at me?
Perfecto. Muy bien. Estoy escuchando la radio.
I am listening to the music, to the radio.
The radio.
Radio.
Not radio, radio, okay? I'm listening to the radio. Again?
I'm listening to
Listening.
I'm listening to
Eso
the
es.
radio.
Muy bien. I'm listening to the radio. Simple escuchar algo is to listen to something or to someone. I'm listening to you. You're listening to me. You are listening to me. I'm not listening to you. Why? Because I can't hear you. ¿Ok? Tengo excusa. Vale, ¿qué estás leyendo?
What are you reading?
Muy bien, what are you reading? Pero ahora rápido, como
are you
hablamos
reading?
normalmente. What are you reading?
What are you reading?
What are you? What are you? What are you?
What are you reading?
Again, what are you?
What are you reading?
Ahora, what are you? What are you? What are you?
What are you? What are you? What are you?
Ahora en casa, what are you? What are you? What are you? Bien, ok. What are you? What are you? La forma de decir what are you? Ok, what are you? What are you? What are you? What are you reading? What are you doing? ¿Ya?
What are you reading?
Eso es, muy bien. Así hablamos nosotros normalmente. Si lo hablas así, tu inglés pues será mucho, mucho más natural que una persona diciendo what are you reading? What are you reading?
Okay.
Again?
What are you reading?
Again?
What are you reading?
Y ahora convencida.
What are you reading?
Muy bien. Ok, siempre lees cosas así.
Do you always read things like this?
Like this or like that. Depende. Like this si lo tienes tú a mano. Like that si yo tengo el libro aquí o el periódico.
Like that.
Do you always read things like that or like this? Mejor like that. ¿Eh? ¿Qué les estás diciendo a ellos?
What are you telling to them?
Not to them, telling?
Them.
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 Podrías decir what are you saying to them, pero normalmente, what are you telling them, ¿ok? En casa, what are you, una vez más, como what are you reading, what are you telling them? What are you, what are you, what are you? What are you telling them? What are you telling them? Again. Good. Vale. The next one. Number 7. Qué emoción. Él tiene un teléfono.
He has a telephone.
Good. La frase más emocionante de esta tarde. Él tiene un teléfono. He has a telephone. Ella tiene 2 hijos.
She has two children.
Children. Vale, sin ese. Un plural irregular, ¿ok? She has 2 children. Si fuese un hijo, she has one child. Muy bien. She has 1 child or she has 2 children. Bien. Él no tiene coche.
He hasn't got a car.
Muy bien. He hasn't got a car or he doesn't have a car. Fijaros que en español no es necesario, emplear el artículo un. Él no tiene coche, él no tiene un coche. En inglés es imprescindible, ¿ok? He doesn't have a car. Si dices he doesn't have car, suena rarísimo, ¿ok? He doesn't have a car. O, como dijo Almudena, he hasn't got a car. 2 formas de decir tener en el presente. Vale. Ella no tiene dinero.
She hasn't got money.
Money, no money.
Money.
Money, baja la mandíbula. Money. Okay? She hasn't got money, she hasn't got any money. Una cosa, tú dijiste, she hasn't got money. Ahora vamos a eliminar estos sonidos de okay? She hasn't got any money.
She hasn't got any money.
Perfecto. ¿Ves lo bien que lo haces? She hasn't got any money, o como lo tenemos aquí en el libro, she doesn't have any money, que significa exactamente lo mismo. Ella no tiene dinero. Number 11, el penúltimo. La factura no tiene número. Lo haré de nuevo, y bien. La factura no tiene número.
The invoice.
Okay, the invoice. Una factura, the invoice.
The invoice.
No invoice, invoice.
Invoice.
The invoice, ¿ah?
Invoice.
No tiene número.
Doesn't have a number.
A number. Una vez más con el artículo. The invoice doesn't have a number. Factura, invoice.
The invoice.
Invoice.
The invoice doesn't have a number.
Muy bien. El último. Tengo muchos problemas.
I have a lot of problems.
Fantástico. I have a lot of problems. También se puede decir I've got a lot of problems. Lo más importante de hoy es lo de what are you, what are you, what are you, what are you reading, what are you doing, what are you... Good. See you soon. Take care.
Okay. One more class. Class 146 is now history. And tomorrow we have class 147. We have a lot of classes ahead of us, a lot of work to do, but slowly we are moving towards the final destination. And the final destination is class number 195 for this level. But there are 2 more levels ahead of you. So I recommend that if you're happy with this class, that you continue and that you make an effort. Because without your effort, there's nothing I can do. And there's nothing my colleagues can do. All right? It takes a long time to learn a language. Lo que digan por ahí no es cierto. You can't learn English in 4 months. And usually you can't learn English in 4 years. It takes a long time to learn English well. Okay? Remember that and help us in our job. Thank you.